Well, hello. I'm James Henry, and welcome, beloved. Remember, today, as always, you are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. As I've been thinking today, part of my thinking on Tuesday mornings is focused on a class I teach on Tuesday afternoons at Friends of Guest House in the city of Alexandria. Um, and I teach an 8-week course about healthy relationships and what they look like. And it's not just healthy relationships that are romantic, but all kinds of relationships are healthy. And today's topic is respect. And so as I was thinking about respect, I thought, maybe I'll talk about that during my weekly moment as well. Respect is an important component to our daily lives together and to all relationships. Respecting boundaries, respecting differences, respecting that we each see the world differently, respecting the perspectives that we hear from other folks. Respect is an important component to being a part of each other's lives in all kinds of relationships, from acquaintances on up to the most intimate relationships we have. Now, as I thought about respect, I thought about something that happens to me about 50% of the time among the folks who know what I do for work, that I'm a clergy person, a pastor. And about 50% of the people I know refer to me as Pastor James. And about 50% refer to me just as James. Now, in the beginning, I preferred just James. Long ago, when I first came into ministry, I thought, even though I have this work to do among people, I personally am just James. There's nothing wrong with being James, and just James sounds demeaning. However, James is enough. It's my given name, and I don't feel disrespected when somebody calls me by my name. Provided that they're speaking to me respectfully, I don't feel disrespected. And for a long time, it kind of bothered me a little bit that people added a title to my name, until I realized that was my own issue. It wasn't their issue. Their attempt was to respect me, to show me respect, for the years of education, my undergraduate and graduate degrees, and my years of experience in working in churches. All of those things added together for them to want to show a level of respect for me. And so Pastor James is how they refer to me. And I'm perfectly fine with that once I got over myself. Now, respect happens in a variety of ways. Think for a moment about someone that you respect, someone that you look up to, that you admire, appreciate, that you respect. How do you show that respect to the other person? When I was growing up, one of the things that I was taught was to be respectful to my elders. Oftentimes, yes, sir, or yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am. Those were just ways of being respectful. These days, for the most part, I can say yes or no in a respectful way, and it's perfectly fine. Every once in a while, I throw in sir or ma'am. When I first started dating my wife, which was a long time ago, 33 years ago, give or take, I had been raised with this idea of chivalry. I grew up in a society where you always held the door, you opened the door to get in the car, and all those things. And to me, that was a way of respecting, of showing respect. My now wife, Linda, let me know that to her, she would prefer that I show her the respect of letting her open her own door unless she's carrying something heavy, and that she will show me respect by occasionally opening the door when I'm carrying something heavy. And just because my way of showing respect is different than hers doesn't mean that either one of us is necessarily right or wrong. It simply means that respect looks differently to each one of us. And part of respect is learning what ways you want to be respected and what ways I want to be respected. And then to try to work that out, to learn to respect each other in that way. Now, it's never respectful to call somebody a name, particularly if we're attempting to be derogatory or making fun of them. It's never respectful. In fact, it's very disrespectful. To be respectful is to open ourselves up to recognizing that the other is human, just like we are, and to treat them like they are, just that. No matter whether we agree with anything about them or not, we can still treat each other with respect. Respect seems to be a word that's missing in a lot of places. Probably was missing when I was growing up. I just didn't notice it. But I certainly see some people being disrespected in a variety of ways all over our world. So what I want to encourage you to do today, whenever you watch this, whenever today is for you, to consider what does it feel like when you are respected? And what are some of the signs that someone respects you? Is it calling you by name? Is it saying yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am? Yes, sir, or no, sir? Is it calling you Mr. or Miss so-and-so? Is it paying attention to a person's preferred pronouns? Now, whether or not you think people using pronouns matters or not, if it matters to the person you're trying to show respect to, it is disrespectful not to pay attention to that. So, what do you feel like when you are respected? How does that hit you in your heart? How does that feel right? And how does it feel to be disrespected? And then turn that around. What would it look like for you to try to figure out in your relationships, particularly significant relationships, but also in social relationships with the cashier at Target? What is a way you can be respectful to them? Even if you disagree, even if they've given you the wrong change or anything else, what would it look like to be respectful in response rather than to react, be angry, disrespectful, name calling? We all make honest mistakes, and respecting that all of us make mistakes and respecting that we're each human is the underpinning piece of, or perhaps a response to the underpinning piece, which I always remind you of. You are infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. Expect to be treated as the gift you are. And part of that expectation is to treat all the others that you encounter as gifts as well. Until our next time together, be respectful, and I hope that you will have a great moment, day, and feel that sense of respectfulness in your life.